Okay, we're going to take a knee here and look at this plant. This is plantain. It's another invasive species, not from here. It's actually called, in a lot of places, people call it white man's foot because everywhere that they went, this plant went with them. So our people, Lakota, watched them, learned how to use it, and what we'd like to do now is kind of introduce other people to this plant and let them know how to use it. As far as identifying it, you can see these leaves have a really unique shape. If you turn it over, you can see all these big veins going through the back. So it's really easy to identify. As far as I know, there's not really anything to worry about with this plant. So the main uses for it are it'll draw out poisons, and it'll even draw out a bee sting or a sliver. So how you do that is you can either chew it, or you can just take your fingernails and kind of pulp it up. Say you've got a bee sting or insect sting, you just put it on it and it'll suck out whatever's in there. This is also an edible plant, and different ways that you can use it as an edible are to take these leaves, you can coat them with the oil and put them in the oven at 200 degrees for 20-30 minutes, and they'll get really crisp, kind of like a kale chip, and you can eat them. Our plan is to dry them and use them in a smoothie powder. The seed heads are also really unique. That's where they get the Lakota name Wihúta Iyéčheča, because it's standing there looking at the sun. So the seeds are edible. You can take these heads when they're green like this and you can steam them and just eat them like a vegetable, or you can strip the seeds off and eat just the seeds. The fiber that comes from the seed husk are what they use as a laxative. There's really not, that I know of, a lot more with this plant. Of course, you know, do your research in case there's anything that you have to worry about. Always collect from a place that you know, because all these weeds that we're doing right now are weeds. They're invasive, so they get sprayed with pesticides, so you want to make sure you're collecting and foraging from a safe place. And that's about all there is to plantain. Wihúta Iyéčheča.